And I had the time of my life watching AMC last night, more like last night. Two Tom Cruise stars, the Iran Contra rebels, Nicaraguan rebels, that whole theme in a show. Tom Cruise and um, there was this guy who was pretty familiar. I get him. New Girl. He was a part of New Girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he was there, but I won't spoil the plot for you. That's the second one, The Mummy. Getting all confused. All right, and The Mummy. Russell Crowe's simply fantastic introduction, and the rest of the crew, or the rest of the team on the whole production was simply fantabulous. But I picked up from the treasure. I thought, yesterday I shared my treasure map, and food at home, games, and my whole theme was the treasure is within you. But then I saw the Tom Cruise character played by Tom Cruise, and the new girl guy, one of the new girl guys, the TV show, and they are like fascinated by the thought of hunting for treasure. And so I thought I would have Treasure in the Snow, but I may have to postpone to May. So Treasure in the Snow with Canadian flag stuck. All right. Our dear American neighbors who are imposing tariffs on their products. Well, so we will maybe, do a duo Canadian, but that's all hard. I have to work. Maybe it could be easy. Canadian and American, and side by side, that sort of thing. But your president is threatening 51st state. How many times is he going to say that? Yeah, Governor Trudeau's there for only 3 more days. Going to come out with the work. So right, Justin Trudeau, so right for Canada, but so wrong for me? Question mark. We don't know yet. He has 3 days. 1, 2, 3. Final countdown. We need the music. Anyways, so we'll see. So treasure hunt. So we should have. Although I was informed by a valid source, the sort of through the network, one of our old timers in the neighborhood, very friendly, very one nice man. He said that there were no scalps. The Injuns in Canada, the Ojibwe, the First Nations, the Cree, the Métis, the second generation Indigenous people, white people getting married to Indigenous people and their offspring. So all of them did not collect scalps. White men and white women scalps. Well, women didn't find the men's scalps. So but I thought a scalp buried in the snow with the flag, and then red. I thought pictures might be easy, in Ziploc bags rather than sculpting away with Play-Doh. But a couple of things I'll sculpt away, something a little easier. And then maybe a smoking piece of, get a pipe, and I will have a share. And a pipe's like a $50 investment there. So they could all do a puff, baby. Puff away. But if they don't, if they're all really pristine wine, I'm going to feel really like a wild person there in there. And I'm older, as I'd like to say. My son's all 26 years old. They all have younger children. But it didn't matter back then when I was young, because the guys would smoke away, and it was accepted. All right, to smoke in public places and then other places. And myself, and I had only one girlfriend who would take a drag and actually let her rings and things like that, real expert smoker. But I would do a few drags, and it was okay. We weren't so wild and untamed in our ways. But now I would feel, I told you I'm already a mature woman of the world, but also I'm a mother with a 26-year-old. And don't want to cause trouble. Kids begin smoking, and it's not the right thing. Canadian society is very liberal in some ways, but in other ways, it's a little behind. But the fact that Justin Trudeau brought in legalization of marijuana is good because I think, on one count of marijuana, law and order, all the time, getting jailed, it was a drain on the system. Cops going, finding them and then putting them in the lockup, spending, there's a joke that there's this author, Edgar Wallace, who jokes, governor, all the British thing, all these people who would do time and come out, they would say, governor's home. I was back with governor's home. Dad's giving. God forbid, right? I mean, you don't want to be living with but that's going to get a little too right with his ways, so to speak. So, anyways, so some treasures to be uncovered, and underneath the maple tree, under the snow, underneath the snow, under the maple tree, what's going to be? Gold coins. Oh my God, the children are going to find gold coins. Lots. Well, that also kind of expensive. For me, maybe a small bag, small pouch, and maybe the pouch can be some children's theme. But if it's a plain pouch, sketch away, or 3 small pouches. But we'll see. That's what I'm planning. So, but I need a yes or a no, fathers and mothers of this neighborhood, by this evening, or I postpone to May, but there won't be snow. And I thought we could hold signs also. Children at play, one myself on one side, the thing after foods. And I changed to sandwiches for the adults and pizza for the children. Do I hear a joyful cry of applause later? All right, come and tell me. So that's what I think. Anyways, moving on, cinema, people, cinema. I should sound more formal and say, ladies and gentlemen. All right, cinema. Metaphors for cinema. I chose all media-related movies. All the President's Men, Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman, working Washington Post reporters, and they uncover the hidden dark secrets behind the Watergate scandal. All right, Nixon's time, Richard Nixon's time. And we were in the Library of Congress, and Sriram, I think, shared this clip also from the movie, All the President's Men. The two of them are researching cards. They didn't have the computer, and the librarian couldn't do it easily. He shares the cards, and the whole camera goes on up, all the way up to the top, and shows them working from, you need to go to the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., and it focuses on both of them, and it's a lovely shot, sort of going up and showing all the top. The fantastic shot, and some editing, I think, because all of it had to come together. But back then cameras were not as good as now, so the search was long. It took a long time for them to get to who had done what. Borrow books. I forget the context. I need to watch. I watched in the early 90s, so I need to watch again. So there we go. Yeah, so that was the metaphor. All right, that was the cameraman's. All the presidents. So the China syndrome, Jane Fonda, Michael Douglas, and Jack Lemmon. Or it should be Jane Fonda, Jack Lemmon, and Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas is the cameraman. She is the reporter, all eager, uncovering the truth. This is a break she has hoped for. And Jack Lemmon's the guy who is helpless. He can't help the fact that watch the movie. All right. So there, the excuse me, the internet helped me get the metaphor, the title itself, the China syndrome, all the way to China. So the nuclear, if there's a nuclear reactor, it's going to go all the way to China. That's the symbolism. I looked up the meanings in detail. China and syndrome, China Ware syndrome, synchronous events. But this is what it is. So it's going to go all the way to China. It's that scary, and then spread. It could just if you saw Chernobyl, right? Chernobyl, watch the show. Watch. I've recommended this before. Watch the show. It's a 5 part episode, and you should like it. The third one, Superman, and I watched a clip from the new one, trailer from the new one. But Christopher Reeve had there'll be nobody like you, Christopher Reeve, for you won all our school going hearts. And as Superman and Clark Kent, the bespectacled reporter with fumbling ways who gets tongue-tied in front of Lois Lane. The new one is promising, and the hero looks almost as good. We have a partiality for Christopher Reeve. The scene in this one where Superman and in the new one, but I've chosen the new one, and Lois Lane are kissing and go circling around this way, upwards. What a scene! All right? Symbolizes them soaring up to the skies with the living daylights knocked out of both of them. Who said soaring up to the skies? Barbara Cartland. All right? You have to read one romance by Barbara Cartland. That's the assignment. But she's ancient, and she back in my own days itself, but always well dressed with a kitten and lots of jewelry like Daniel Steele, flowing Daniel Steele, all diamonds and made from books. I'm hoping to get there. I'm never going to make so much money. I'm the engineer. Engineering is my way. Back to how much I made. That's enough. My own days. My car buying days, leasing days. Are they going to come back? We'll see. Justin Trudeau. So right for Canada, but so wrong for me? Question mark. We'll wait and find out. 4. Peter Parker or Spider-Man. Mary Jane Watson, his lady love, scales tall buildings and does wonderful things with the spider's web. Remember King Bruce of Scotland, who learned a lesson from spider? Try again. But I've tried again. So it's gotten better and better and better. So I'm right there. But no background. No social sciences degree. No liberal arts degree. But several endeavors. Newspaper essays, internet essays. We'll see. All right, 5, Scream. So 4 was Spider-Man. 5, Scream. The reporter Gail Weathers, played by Courtney Cox, hard-assed with a hard nose for a story, looks dressed to kill in terms of the story she's reporting. The heroines are also good-looking, but anything for a story from a reporter, strictly ethical. I'll let you be the judge of that. All right, so that was my metaphors. So there's a bit of a chick fight. You might enjoy it, but I would get worsted in the fight. All right, all vegetarian, etc. And so my plan is to get these ladies who were getting at each other, is to get a gun. Bam, bullseye. But then I'm going to change. No, I'm going to invite them and say, how about I make you sandwiches and cookies, cowboy heart-shaped cookies, and maybe throw in fries? Thank you.